Hey y'all, welcome back. This is Michelle from Michelle's Empty Nest, and today I am going to put together week 2 of my 2021 Project Life. If you caught my previous video, I discussed how I have just started doing Project Life after intending to do it from when I started scrapbooking in January of 2020, and I just never got around to it. So I am trying to do 2020 and 2021 kind of at the same time, working on them kind of in tandem. I'm sharing 2020s over on Instagram in a really sped up video, just a minute or two long, and then I'll share my 2021 process videos here on YouTube. So I've pulled some products for 2021. I'm trying to kind of stick to the Stories by the Year kit from Ali Edwards for all of my title cards, as well as many of the 3x4 cards that I can. So I'm using that kind of as a cohesive element, hopefully throughout the album. And I did find out that this is available digitally. I had mentioned that last week as well. So for the weeks that I can't find a color in this kit that works with what I've got, I'll be able to just print my own. So that was good to find that out. I've also pulled out the January Stories by the Month kit from 2020. I got the kits all of last year and then canceled because I didn't use a single one of them. I did use a few of these stickers, I think maybe like in a week in the life or something. But I'm going to try to use some of these word phrase stickers today. I've pulled this out this is the Storytelling Basics collection from Ali Edwards. And so, you know, the reds match really well. And then I've got some grays and blacks in most of my photos as well. So I thought I would try to use up some of those asterisks. And then I have, and this is probably given a glare, the Living in the New Normal stamp set. I have quite a few pandemic related stamp sets and a couple little kits, but I think for this one I may just use the COVID-19 stamp on one of my photos is what I kind of have intended. And then from the Paper Person, the Fully Vaxxed mini kit, I know I'm going to try to use this little arm that says got my shot, and I did actually cut apart one of the papers. There were 6x8 papers in here, and I cut apart one that had red polka dots on the back and ended up using it as a filler card. So I did cut apart one of those. So that's what I've pulled out. I'm going to go ahead and get you put on fast forward and get this one put together. So I'm going to lay out my cards and my photos right onto my craft table, and all of my photos this week were very just kind of gray and black, not many colors except for the amarilla. So that's where I picked my color cue from. And this card from the Stories by the Year kit from Ali was pretty much a perfect match, as well as the Life Right Now card and then the Memories journaling card. They both came from the 3x4s, and as I mentioned in the introduction, the black polka dot was actually the back of one of the 6x8 papers in the Fully Vaxxed kit from Paper Person. So I stamped my date onto my title card up there, and then I'm going to work on the little filler card. And I thought that arm was perfect because that's how my husband posed, and it wasn't planned, it just worked out that way. And it says got my shot on it with a band-aid, and then I'm just going to stamp COVID-19 up there from the Living in the New Normal stamp set from Ali Edwards. And then I'm putting the sticker on, and it's actually a clear sticker. I couldn't tell, or I didn't know before I peeled the back off. So you can kind of see the polka dots through it, but I'm okay. So then I'm going to work on getting the asterisks put onto the photos. And to begin with, I knew I wanted to use the only 2 red ones that I had. And I thought I was going to do 3 gray ones on the other photos. I'm sorry, 3 black ones on the other photos. But in a minute, when I get out these tiny phrase stickers, I realize that in my mind, if I put the black asterisk and the black tiny phrase sticker, it was just going to maybe get lost a little bit. And so I changed my mind, and I end up, instead of using the little gray one on the title card there in between my dates, I do put this one in place, but I change it. I go back and I change the black ones on the photos for gray ones so that it'll stand out a little more with the tiny phrase stickers there. And here's where I'm deciding that right now. So I'm just going to make that switch. And that's all the embellishing I'm going to do. I'm just going to do the asterisks and the tiny word phrase stickers. So here I am changing out the gray one for the black one on the title card. And for my top picture up there, it says the fears we don't face become our limits. And when I chose fearless as my one little word this year, I knew I wanted to put some kind of phrase on this letter board. I have a couple of them. This is one in my office. It's right to the right side of my desk on the wall, and I see it all the time. So I wanted to put something there just to kind of keep my word right in front of me. And I put right up under the asterisk there, it says your story matters. And now I'm working on the card with my little Yorkie. I have so many pictures of her like this. I think I shared one on yesterday on Instagram. She will get up on my chest when I'm sitting at my desk and just snuggle up and nap. And she's 4 pounds. She's just a little ball of fur, and it's kind of the sweetest thing in the world. And so hers says collecting moments. And then right there on the amaryllis picture, I chose it this week because it had finally bloomed. I had it, well before Christmas, sometime in December, and it finally bloomed this week in January. And so it says savor the moment. And then my husband had gotten his first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine on this week. And so his picture, I put the big stuff because it's kind of a big deal that when we're getting these vaccines. And then that bottom picture, my Siamese cats, Stella and Margot, they love to watch someone take a shower. I don't know if they like to see the person moving or if they just like the water running down. I don't know, but they love it. So their sticker says ordinary day because it's something that happens all the time. And then you saw me pull out the stamp set from the Stories by the Month kit. I was trying to think of maybe stamping something onto that title card. I just felt like it needed something else. And I decided against that and instead just pulled out that tiny phrase sticker sheet again and put happiness happens here under my dates. And here I was contemplating trying to stick something on the Life Right Now card and then stick something on the Memories card. And I just decided that was too much. And that what I had put in place was enough. So now I'm left with, on my journaling card, a place for date and location. So I knew I wanted to put home in location because that's where all of these things happen. And I could not find a home sticker or a home stamp. I didn't want it to be another sticker. I wanted it to be stamped. And so in that Week in the Life phrase stamp set you see there's something that said homework. It's tiny, but you saw me chop it in half. So I just cut home off and stamped it down and then just did repeat stamping to kind of fill in a little more of the block. And then for the date, I'm just going to do 2021 with my roller date stamp and use mint tape to cover up the rest of the date so it won't show up. And I put 2021 there, and that finishes this one up.
Okay, that is where we are going to call this one done. I really like how this one came together. Although all of my cards were very dark or not dark, but just kind of dull and gray, except for that one bright pop of my amaryllis, it made picking my cards and embellishments so easy, and I just think it looks very nice and cohesive. So I really like this one, and I'm glad to have another week ready to go into my album, and I can move on to week 3. So I appreciate you stopping by today so very much. It means more than you will ever know. There will be some close-ups at the end of the video as well as over on Instagram, and I would love for you to follow me there as well. I share all kinds of things over there and I post fairly regularly. I will list some links down in the description box below to any of these products that are still available. And if you enjoyed this video, I would love a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Okay, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.